Hello, I'm Crickets, and welcome back to I Have a Story. My story today, I'm going to talk about, this is really how strong the genes are and how strong our bodies are in my family. It's not just me. Here's a story about my dad. I talk bad about my dad, but I also talk the truth about everything. My dad was on his way home from work one day, and he was driving northbound on US 23, which is a state highway. Runs down through Michigan into Ohio and down to southern Ohio and keeps on going somewhere from down there. My dad was on his way home, and again, I talk about how many accidents I've been in, all the things that have happened to me that sound no way you could have fallen 2 stories and went back to work. Well, listen to the story about my dad. My dad was on his way northbound when a lady was drunk and on drugs, headed southbound, and crossed over. She passed out at the wheel, crossed the median, hit him head on. My dad never was one to wear a seatbelt, never. I don't like wearing them either, and I struggle because of my abdomen now. Any pressure that gets put on my abdomen, I have to wear special clothes, and I can't wear jeans and normal pants because I have to wear very lightweight clothing that doesn't press against my abdomen. I've for many years had to have several robes because there's days I can't even wear underwear because just that much pressure being put on my abdomen causing me to start bleeding and having pains and problems, and yeah. So my dad held onto the steering wheel so tight that it bent around into a U, and then his fist went through the dash. Broke his nose and his collarbone on the steering wheel. Obviously, along with a whole lot more. Well, my dad walked into the ER. I said walked into the ER. They were clearing the ER for the crash because they got the call, major head-on collision on US 23. We're bringing in, well, survivors because not everybody survived. They were clearing the ER, and my dad walked in, and they came up to my dad and said, "Sir, you need to get out of the way. We have a major accident, and we have people coming in." My dad said, "That's me." "No, sir, we've got a major trauma patient coming in, head on 23. And my dad said, "That's me." And they looked at him and said, "No, this guy's not walking in our door." My dad said, "No, that is me." They couldn't believe that my dad walked into the ER after that and then stood there and talked to him like, "That's me." It's not just in me, it's in our genes. We have some majorly strong genes, majorly strong bodies. Don't know what it is to it, but it's part of why I believe there's some sort of God out there. I have to have somebody, something, some angel looking over my shoulder somehow with all the hell I've been through and be able to pull me out of what I've come out of. But there's a story about my dad. It's not just me that survives a whole lot of this stuff and just keeps on trucking along like it's nothing. My dad handles pain like it's nothing. My dad's been in many car accidents. You don't sit there and listen to him whine and cry. One good thing I can say about my dad, and part of where I did learn the good traits my dad has. Unfortunately, there just wasn't too many of them.